What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And this afternoon, a brief video on the action with FLUX. So we're going to look at the charts here and determine what is going on with FLUX for the short term. This is not financial advice. However, you can just take this for entertainment purposes and we can chit chat about it in the comments. Now, the last time I did a video, and I believe I was covering all of the CADX projects, I had someone that I had posted about maybe selling FLUX and buying back at a low point when it was surging back above, I think, $1.50, somewhere around there. And I had somebody who commented, of course, telling me I was wrong and that FLUX will never go down because you have to use FLUX to do anything on the Zelcore wallet and blah, 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 which is true. And he said that, you know, if you sold now, good luck because you're never going to see it come back down to these prices again. If I had a nickel for every time somebody told me that, for every single time that I've sold a token, I probably wouldn't have to invest anymore. So apparently, obviously, let's just scrunch down and see what that peak was. It was up here when we were at $1.40. That was it. This is when the person told me that I was dumb and that FLUX would never, ever come back down again. And I was saying that, you know, this bullish romp could probably reverse. And then after I think we hit this double top, I was like, this is not looking good. That's a bearish double top because we have a lower high. And so sure enough, we have done this ever since. We are in a very nice downtrend. And what you can see right here is the formation of a death cross that is about to happen where the 50 EMA, which is the orange line right here, is about to cross over the 200 EMA, which is the blue line right here. Now, I don't really take death crosses that seriously on the 4 hours, so we'll have to look at the one-day chart and see what that is looking like. But for right now, we're pretty bearish. This is a bearish cross here that's happened. We're in the oversold zone. We have declining peaks on the stochastic with the 4 hour. We have a very extended long downtrend happening on the MACD histogram, and the bars are dwindling as we're at the zero line once again. Now, when you see these peaks getting smaller and smaller as time goes on, like here's the surge here when we were in the green, then a nice dip here in the red, small one in the green, big one in the red, smaller in the green, smaller in the red, smaller in the red, so on and so forth. When those start to dwindle down, that's indicative of just continued bearish market action to the downside. All right, so now that we have fallen below the point of control price right here at this big fat node, we're headed towards this node here and probably this lower one down here at around 74 cents. And it is possible if we come all the way down to the black dash line, we could come down and revisit the purple dash line and then the red that is down below that. But let's just take a look at the one-day chart and see what it looks like. All right, so here's the one day. We're going to scrunch this down. This gives us a much better idea of what's going on. And you can see this long downtrend after the run all the way up to what? $3.40. And so we have nothing but lower highs on the macro, as we can see here coming off of the peaks from back there off the chart. You've got high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And then this is what fooled everybody. You had a higher high right there. And now we're coming down off of that. But the reason why I did not take this whole rally in this area too seriously is because we're in a bear market. That's a bear market rally right there, guys. So all the action that you see that has taken place from the lows down at 40 cents to this peak is a bear market rally. And this is really looking ugly right here as the stochastic had faked a crossover here, and then it just unfurled and went south. And then the MACD is looking very ugly. So while this looks like it's primed for a bounce, what can really happen is that we could stay down here and do this for a while and languish, okay? And then we see that we've got a crossover. We got the double tops here. We have a bearish cross here, and we are deep in the red zone. So this could inch its way back up. And it might happen after we get to this black line, or we might come back up to this node at about $1. But after that, it's probably going to go south, and I'll show you why. So I'm not buying. I was going to buy another 100 flux and just get 100 at a time in DCA, but I'm not even ready to DCA. Number one, I'm waiting for the Fed rate increase announcement that is coming tomorrow. If it's 75, we're going to continue this action. If it's 100, we're going to get a capitulation dump. If it's 50, we could get a small bear market rally. But looking at the 1 week, here you go. Okay, this says it all. We're coming down off of the peak of the bear market rally right there. There's your crossover. That pretty much tells the whole story. And then you can see that the MACD oscillators were coming up, but now they're curling, and we have light green being printed on the histogram. And that's probably going to continue to come down to the 0 line, where I'll look for this crossover to happen and this action to take us further south. So when you look at this, here are the stages, the 4 stages that I always teach people. Okay, there are 4. It is accumulation, consolidation, where you have that bump, the markup phase, and then the distribution phase. And this distribution phase means bear market, which means all of this until we get down to the bottom point is the distribution phase. And I expect this to go to the red dashed line. I'm thinking this node right here at 50 cents is very, very possible. It might not happen. We might stop at the purple, but it's going to depend on what Bitcoin does and what the FOMC, is that it? What the Fed say, the FOMC meeting. And depending on what they say, we're going to know how low we can go. But I'm going to guarantee you this. If we go back towards 50 cents, I'm going to load up on Flux, because when you buy at low points like that, when the market is bleeding and when everything is bleak, that's what makes millionaires. So I'm going to plan on loading up on this and waiting for several years. You know, this is a 3 to 5 year investment to me. And once all the dust is cleared and the regulatory changes that are going to happen as Scary Gensler cracks down and tries to take over the cryptocurrency market, we're probably going to be in this downtrend. So once that's done, that's when we'll probably see the next parabolic run that happens after 2024. Because you look at this is 2021 to 2022. Parabolic rise. We're going to probably stay in the dumps until 2023, and maybe late 2023 it could turn around. But that's what I'm looking at. That's my strategy. So I'm waiting for this to happen, and then the next accumulation phase, then consolidation, then mark up to the next bull market peak. That's the way I see it. Let me know what you think. And again, Flux is a great project. I use the Zelcore wallet. I think it's fantastic. It's my favorite right now. So I'm going to invest in it, but smartly. And to all of you who said it just goes straight up and never comes back down, well, we see what happens. I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And if you would like to support the Crypto Pro channel by donating with a super thanks, I would love to have you help me out to defray the rising cost of producing the videos for the channel. Thank you in advance. Post your comments below. Let me know your thoughts of Flux and the current market conditions and what you think is going to happen when the Feds make the announcement tomorrow. This is Carlton, and I am out.